Hello everybody on YouTube, Shadow11 here, and today I have a very special announcement for you guys. I recently was talking to the other guys, Kyler and DarkKingErava and Toa Vakama, and we just started talking about Bionicle, and we had this discussion about Time Trap, which in my opinion is Greg Farstay's greatest Bionicle book that he ever wrote. And I thought, no one honestly has done a proper adaptation of the book. It's a book that changed the Bionicle storyline forever. It changed who Makuta Teridax was, or as we all know him as the Makuta, or Makuta Metronui. It changed who Vakama was as a character. And it also gave us the Dark Hunters and the character that pretty much created my entire channel, the Shadowed One. He's my favorite character in the whole Bionicle storyline, and from the moment he was introduced in the first couple pages of the book. Damn it, my phone goes off right when I'm recording! Bionicle Time Trap was really a book that changed the Bionicle forever. It gave us great character moments between Vakama and Makuta that is honestly just these two worst enemies of possible, Toa and Makuta working together against the Dark Hunters, is just hilarious and terrifying, and it also gives a great way to give both of these characters great character development. Greg Farstay always calls this book his favorite because it redefined who Makuta Teridax was in the story. Before he was always just wanted to conquer the world, and in this book it really changed up everything from who he was. He had setbacks for setbacks and setbacks on top of those setbacks. He always would win in the end, and that's kind of a quote from the book that is kind of just paraphrased. The reason I want to turn Bionicle Time Trap into a kind of film adaptation is because it's one of my favorite books of all time, next to Jurassic Park. I mean, even from a Bionicle book, it's weird to see that a book like this is so great. Bionicle Time Trap created the Shadow One of my favorite characters of all time, and I feel like no one has done a proper film adaptation of this book. There's been many other adaptations of other books that I've seen, and I feel like it's time for Bionicle community to get some kind of adaptation. Now, would this film be a stop-motion film or a fully animated film? No, it would not. It would probably be more something in the reign of Fantoka or Makuta, the series that I've done before, with pictures and some things for actions and something like that. But it would still be, like artwork or full environments, pictures of characters talking. When they come up, characters' faces will talk. And that's kind of what I want to aim for with this film. It will be a lot of work, but I really want to make something that's interesting and unique and do a really good adaptation of this book that is true to the book. It would not change anything. It would be literally lines coming out of this book would be the quotes from the book. So what I want to do by talking to you guys right now is ask you, do you want to be a part of this film that I'm working on? I know I announce a lot of films over the time, and I can never get on these. I write tons of scripts, but this time, this is one of these stories that I really want to adapt for YouTube because I think it would be really great and interesting to see this great story come alive on screen or on a small YouTube screen. So what I want you guys to do, if you guys are good at art, or if you're good at voice acting, or if you just want to do a voice, there's so many characters in this book that are great. You got Vakama, you got Makuta, you got the Shadow One, you got Lariska, you got Voporak, you got Sentrakh, even though those last two don't really talk that much or at all. They kind of just talk in their head. You got Ahkmou, you got the Karzahni, not Karzahni the mythical character or the actual character. You got the Karzahni the plant, which actually is a big part of the book as well. And there's so many other characters that I need real other actors to bring to life because I want this to be a really collaborative effort with many Bionicle fans. And I also would like to have people who are really good at art. For example, I'll show you a picture of what I believe would be a great way to show this film. But this picture from one of the Bionicle guides of the Shadowed One is kind of what I'm aiming for. Or it can be something from the Turaga comics. Either way, I just want something that's really dark and colorful at the same time to convey this really, really dark storyline. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with Bionicle Time Trap and never got the chance to read the book, Bionicle Time Trap takes place right after Web of Shadows when the Toa Herdika defeat the Visorak Horde and Rudaka and Sentrakh and are transformed back into Toa Matau, and they head back to Matanui to set up a new home. And Vakama forgets that the Kanohi Vahi, the Mask of Time, is still in the bottom of the ocean when they last fought Makuta Teridax in Legends of Metronui. So he has to go back and retrieve the mask, and he unfortunately gets tangled in this whole mess of the Dark Hunters coming in to grab the mask and also seek retribution for the deaths of Nadiki and Kraka. And Makuta Teridax has his own agenda. And that's really what the book is all about, and this battle, and it's just... and these conflicts of interest. It's just a really good book, and it's really well written, and that's why I really want to make this film. So if you guys want to become involved in this adaptation of art and voice acting, please message in the comment section or send me a private message with your audition or your artwork. I would love to see these different artworks and different voice actors coming together to create a really good film. Something that's really collaborative, something that I would actually like to work with people personally instead of just giving them the lines and letting them record. I would like to actually have people act together and make this as collaborative as possible, so everyone can give the best performance they possibly can. So Bionicle Time Trap, no matter what happens, this film cannot come out until the end of the summer, probably, because YouTube still has me on a leash because I cannot upload videos for longer than 15 minutes. And this film, I would like to upload in its full content. It would probably be like 2-3 hours. I don't know how long. The length of the film would really depend on how fast everything goes, but I would like to take our time so we don't have to rush and just have lines getting knocked out. I want to make this not a slow picture, but I want to make it as even as it possibly can. There's so much that can be done. So if you guys want to become involved in Bionicle Time Trap, please message me or put your videos and comments in the comment section below. And I hope to meet more new people in this process, like I always do. Unfortunately, there's one casting that is already cast. The Shadowed One. He probably wouldn't sound like that. He would probably sound a little bit darker and a little bit raspier. It would probably be the real Shadowed One voice, not something from Random Acid X or anything else. So I hope you guys join up, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Thank you.